Welcome back to the Cave of Wonders, Dreamwalkers. I am your Sith Lord Callous for Lord Callous TV. And as promised, I wanted to bring you guys a side-by-side, not necessarily a comparison, but a comparison of my Sabreforge Revan Reborn versus the Hasbro Black Series Elite Revan Lightsaber. Before I get started, I want to shout out my brother Drunk 3PO. Please go check out his channel, Drunk 3PO, on YouTube, of course, so you can follow me silly on Twitter as well. But I want to salute my brother Drunk 3PO. Thank you for the shout out on that video with Star Wars Theory. I appreciate that very much, as well as my Dark Council brothers, Mark with a C. We got Demajani, Fatal J, and of course Abu Nas, the president. Anyway, salute, brothers. Now let's jump into this video. Okay, so here we are side by side. You'll see, of course, the Black Series here, and then here we have the Reborn by Sabreforge. And this stand with the Black Series, the stand comes with it, all right, at $249. And I love this stand because of the way that it has that Star Destroyer, Death Star feel to it here. I love that attention to detail is pretty sick. So I do appreciate that with the stand. This stand for the Sabreforge I bought separately. I think maybe it was $15. I can't recall because I got it a long time ago, but it's fairly well constructed. It fits 3 lightsabers. So I have on this one typically my Reborn, my Bastion, and my Relic. My Relic usually sits on the top, Reborn on the side, and the Bastion on this side. So that is the difference. The Reborn is the Reborn stand, or the Sabreforge stand, is probably less, it's not as sturdy as I would say the Black Series is. Both sabers were roughly the same price. Again, my Reborn from Sabreforge I got back in 2015 or 2016, I believe. And I haven't done a review for it yet, but I will. So when you look at them side by side here, they stand at roughly the same height. The Reborn is just a little bit taller. Fairly similar in construction, but I have to give the edge to the Sabreforge, because even though, yes, they are both probably one-handers or 1.5-handers, I just prefer how thin the Sabreforge is. It feels more comfortable. This one is a little bit, not a little, it's a lot more chunky. And if I was in a lightsaber duel with this, you know, especially without gloves, and I prefer to go without gloves because I like to actually feel the grip in my hand. It's just uncomfortable, so that would be distracting. The Sabreforge is not uncomfortable at all for me, and I mean that when I say it's not uncomfortable at all. The 3 claws maybe have to give the edge to the Black Series, because the edges on the Sabreforge are sharp, or sharper, if you will. This is an aluminum finish for my Sabreforge. I wanted to customize this color, but straight out the box, remember this is straight out the box, it's an aluminum finish. I didn't go with the two-tone, I didn't go with the, because you can get the Sabreforge to look this same color as well. But I just went with an all aluminum finish because I was thinking about having it customized with some powder coating. But anyway, so when it comes to the detailing, the detail of the Revan by the Black Series, it it kind of, it beats it because you have just the little intricate pieces here, the detailing through the shroud here and the body. So with respect to those details, I'd have to give the edge to the Revan, because of course this is looking more like Revan's lightsaber. The Reborn here does have some great detailing through here. It does have the cuts here, shavings here, but there's no detailing through this piece of the shroud, right? There's no detailing through those pieces. I have to get a blade plug so that I can show you guys, I mean, not a blade plug, but an Allen wrench so that I can pull the blade plug out. But let's see what it sounds like. This is the Sabreforge Reborn. This is the champion tier. Remember, back in the days, they've upgraded their sound. So this is from 5 years ago, roughly 4 to 5 years ago. Champion sound with a 12 watt plus. The color is not purple. I forget what they called it, but it is the purple variant on the Sabreforge website, which I love. It's a beautiful color. But here we go. So this is the Crimson soundboard, which is the Sith sound for the Sabreforge.
Saber Core, Crimson.
See that? And here is the ignition. You see that bassy sound? Like that sounds like that's an ignition. That's an ignition. So I don't want to blind you guys, but there it is. The color is beautiful. They just did an awesome job. The blade plug itself looks awesome. Of course, it's louder. Like I said, that's a 12 watt plus. You can see even in the ignition switch is lit up. It does have the details on this side that would actually be what you see here. You see? Which is separate from the kill key and the ignition switch on the other side. If I wanted to customize that, I could make those the actual ignition the same way. So let's turn that off real quick. Oh, that's the lockup, sorry. All right. And now let's take a look at, remember, this isn't my review of the Reborn. I just wanted to show you guys the Reborn. I'm going to do a review of the Reborn as well. So let me put that one here, and then you can see the Revan by the Black series. And when we ignite this one, actually the ignition for this one is not going to sound the same unless you actually have the blade in it. But that was the sound for when you have the crystal chamber inside, and you can see the purple. It's a nice purple. Certainly not as bright as the Reborn with that 12 watt plus. Okay, vented for sound, both vented for sound. You can see. Blade plugs are similar. Still have to give the edge to the Reborn though. Claws very similar. I have to give the edge to the Revan just because of the way that it's finished. I like the angles to it as opposed to the straight, it being just straight up and down. The claws, the bottom half of the claws, I have to give to the Reborn because it is more comfortable. Detailing definitely goes to the Revan, and like I said, this is straight out the box for the Reborn. If you want some detailing, Sabreforge does a great job machining, so you can and customizing the lightsaber. So we certainly could get detailing on the Reborn as well. This one was just straight out the box. Champion sound again, regular sound here. Let's take a look at the lightsabers with the blades in. All right, I'm back. I've got the Allen wrench for the glad I grabbed both of them for the blade plug. So there is a retention screw on the side that helps to keep the blade plug in place. So when you get custom sabers, that's the case, whether it be a Sabreforge, whether it be Vader's Vault, whether it be Ultra Sabers, whether it be KR Sabers, whether it be Korbanth Sabers. Typically, that's the way you keep the blade plug in place, is with a retention screw that is loosened with an Allen wrench. So here is the actual blade plug. This was not extra. This came with the Reborn. And I'm going to put in it the 32-inch Infinity blade. Slides right in. If you look down there, you can see the 12-watt plus LEDs. I want to get back into customizing lightsabers. I used to do it back in the day. So I'm going to disengage.
Saber core. Crimson.
Love it, love it. And here we go. Woo! You see that? Look at that. Look at the purple on. Look at that. Just look at the purple on the desk here. I mean, it is ridiculous. I've got the flicker on, so that's why it's set that way. I'm not going through that right now because this isn't a So remember, this is these are built for dueling, right? So I am not afraid to hit this blade. This is the Infinity Blade by Sabreforge. I'm not afraid to hit this blade. I would never do this with the Black Series blades. But there we go. So that is the Reborn. Wow, like my eyeballs even just had to adjust just now. That's crazy. All right, and remember, so you have to peel back the claws, unscrew the emitter. And this isn't a big deal. I'm just making mention of the difference. And it's not a big deal because this is a showpiece. This is not a dueling lightsaber. I do like the look of this crystal chamber. It is pretty cool. And then we're going to actually put the blade in. Remember, this functions the same as the Galaxy Edge blades. So you just stick, turn, and it engages. Push the claws back, and then ignite. Okay, you hear how it pales in comparison with that sound. You look on the table here, the desk here, you can see the color. That's more of the true color since I have the lights on. These are my Philips Hue lights, so they're bright as hell. So you see how that looks. And there's the swing sounds. It's just not impressive. I mean, to tell you the truth, it's just not impressive in comparison. But, and then here we go for the clash. I do like that. That looks pretty cool. Flash on clash. Flash on clash. All right. Now let's pick them both up and see. Look at that. I mean, did you just see the difference right on the table? It just was like different. All right. I know in the light, the Sabreforge has a little more of a blue tint to it, but the actual color you'll see, if I were to turn off the lights, you see on the desk. That's the actual color. Okay, I place them like this. You see the color that's coming off of them. The Infinity Blade has the point on it which I enjoy. The Revan Black Series blade is a rounded tip. I don't know if that's a mirrored edge, a mirrored tip or not, but so that's your difference here. That's your difference here. You can't even, with the Sabreforge on, I don't even hear the Revan. The sounds are nice. I mean, the sounds on the Revan are nice, but they're just, I'd have to replace that speaker. It's just not doing it for me. But look at that color. All right. I think it's seen enough. And I'll let you guys take another look at them side by side. Again, they're roughly the same size. Vented for sound, blade plugs. Why is this? Hold on. There we go. It was on. I could see it through the top. Vented for sound, blade plugs, emitters. I have to give the edge for comfort to the Reborn, detail to the Revan, sound, of course, to the Reborn, ability to duel, if that's what you're looking for, to the Reborn. This one is straight out of the box, no extras, right? So if we're talking about a display piece, I'd have to give it to the Revan. But you can certainly have the Reborn from Sabreforge customized. And I believe actually the standard does come in this color scheme. So I was the one that opted to go with just all aluminum, and the reason for that was because I felt like it would be easier when I want to have it customized, if I have it customized, to do so. So that's why I didn't go with this with the traditional Revan color. But anyway, I love the stand for the Revan. I like the stand for the Sabreforge, but this does not come with it. They were roughly the same price. I think the Reborn edged it out, but they were both right around $250 at the time, if I remember correctly. Shipping, obviously the Revan came quicker. I do like the packaging. That box is a beautiful box, but anyway, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, shout out to my Dark Council brothers. Shout out to Drunk 3PO for that shout out. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Listen, I do what I love. I hope you love what I do. This has been a Rancorous Review. Until next time.